What up, lockdown community? It's your boy Mario Solar out here with solar power take around the league. We're gonna go right into it. We're gonna be talking about all the trades that have been happening here within the league. We're gonna go and start off with the Jets sending quarterback Zach Wilson to the Titans for left tackle Taylor Lewin and quarterback Malik Willis. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it right now. Jets are winning this trade 100%. Titans, you haven't even really used Malik Willis. You're already giving up on him. So you're sending him to the Jets along with protection at left tackle. Complete dub by the Jets. I don't know. Finesse the heck out of the Titans. I can already say you don't know what you're doing. That was probably the worst thing you could have done. Jets also trained their cornerback Brandon Echols and tight end Jeremy Ruckert to the Packers for receiver Christian Watson. I'll be honest, I don't know who any of these players are. I don't pay attention this detailed within the league, within the NFL. So I'll be honest, I don't know if this is a good trade for either team, bad trade for either team. But if it does work out for you guys, I hope it just helps both teams out. I can already say that the Jets, they're coming back for next season, and I already forgot about last season. They're here to win a Super Bowl. For next season, they're going to make their way to that. We're going to go on to the Bucks, sending their edge rusher Shaq Barrett and a future fourth-round pick for the Vikings running back Keen Nwagu. Sorry if I completely butchered that name, and a second-round pick 18. So I hope this works out. I remember the Bucks were telling me that they're excited to use this new running back. They're sending a fourth-round pick, which isn't too much, to ask for. But really, I would say it's a good cap saver for the edge rusher Shaq and the Bucks, and retrieving a new, running back. I see this working out for both teams. Bucks have a new draft pick. They can get a new edge rusher. It's completely fine. The Vikings are getting a great edge rusher, and I mean, the draft pick isn't too much to gloat about, but the edge rusher is just amazing, if we're going to be honest. We're going to go ahead and also talk about how the Bucks are trading with the Bears. Bears are sending quarterback Justin Fields, the franchise quarterback of the Bears, are going to the Bucks now, and an edge rusher Robert Quinn along with the fourth-round pick to the Bucks, while Bucks are just sending a first-round pick 20. Really? Hear me out real quick. The first round pick 20, great. You can get yourself a franchise quarter or franchise whatever. All right. Bears are sending Justin Fields, who is a franchise quarterback that the Bucks will make a franchise quarterback. Watch. An edge rusher, Robert Quinn, who is a great edge rusher, to actually replace Shaq Barrett, and getting a fourth-round pick. So you still get a draft pick within the same draft class. So Bears, I don't know what you're doing. I already know Jalen is jumping out of his seat saying, what the heck is this guy doing with my team? Because I'm going to be honest, that is probably the dumbest trade I've seen, because you are giving the Bucks a draft pick, a franchise quarterback, and an edge rusher that he just got rid of for a franchise running back, and a second-round pick. So really, the Bucks are out here finessing people. They know how to work their way around the league and to get what they need for next season. And honestly, it just makes them a scary team. Next, we're going to talk about Cardinals sending receiver DeAndre Hopkins for Ravens tight end Isaiah Likely, a current second pick. Okay, I don't know what this. I'm sorry, the person who sent me this got it wrong. Or I believe it's a second-round pick 1 and a future first-round pick, or it could be the second pick in round 1 and a future first-round pick. So I don't know. Ravens, you're sending quite a bit for DeAndre Hopkins, but DeAndre Hopkins is DeAndre Hopkins. So, I can see that it worked out for the Ravens. They need a receiver as it is. Cardinals, I see that you're going for picks and a tight end. All the power to you. I don't see anything really wrong with this trade. I hope you guys, I hope it works out for both of you, and I hope to see both of you guys in the playoffs due to this trade. All right, next we're going to go ahead and talk about the Eagles. The Eagles are sending first-round pick number 6 and receiver Quez Watkins and edge rusher Kyron Johnson to the Raiders for Darren Waller, That's a good tight end right there. Hunter Renfrow, he's a mediocre receiver. Cornerback Rocky Sin, I've used him in the from free agency before. That is a great corner. Center Andre James and a second round pick, number 9. So second round pick 9. Let me kind of break this down a little bit. Okay, so the Raiders are sending a lot for first round. Or okay, the first round pick makes up for it. Okay, that's good enough, and it's the number 6 pick. So I mean that's already good as it is. Receiver Quez Watkins, I believe he's a pretty fast receiver. He's gonna be good for the Raiders, especially getting rid of Hunter Renfrow. Edge rusher Kyron Johnson, I don't really know too much about him, but knowing the Eagles defense, I'm sure he's up there with some of the better players. Raiders sending Darren Waller. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that's like the Falcons sending Kyle Pitts, but I don't know. Well, maybe it works out. I mean, they're getting quite a bit, so we'll see. Hunter Renfrow, I can easily be okay with that. You know, I mean, you're getting Quez Watkins over Hunter Renfrow, so I mean, I would 100% take that. In real life, I wouldn't, but if we're talking about Madden, yes, I could see that. Cornerback Rocket Sin, that's gonna be a great corner, a center for the line, great for the Raiders, and you know, a second round pick on top of that. So, I mean, Eagles are, you know, they're getting quite a bit. And let me correct myself. It was for the Eagles offensive line, you know, great corner, a second round pick. So I mean, you're still getting your pick. You know, it's good for the Eagles. Also, the Eagles are trading their first round pick, number 11, for a future third, Lane Johnson, and a receiver, Nico Collins, for pick 1. I don't know. My information's all weird here. Just know that Eagles are sending that with whoever. I don't know who it is. We're gonna move on. Bengals are sending a first round pick, number 32, and a 5th round pick, along with linebacker Akeem Davis. Got there. I don't know what that is. Chiefs with the Chiefs. For D tackle Chris Jones and tight end Jody Forrest. Okay, so Jalen ended up sending Chris Jones to the Bengals. Okay, I mean, okay, I like it. I mean, you know, the Chiefs needed to get some cap space. They got some draft picks out of it, not great ones, but they got something. They got a linebacker out of it, which we all know the Chiefs linebackers have always needed help. But I mean, it looks good. It looks good. Honestly, I think it's a pretty fair trade. It helps the Chiefs out with cap space, so that's good. Last but not least, we're going to go with the Falcons sending receiver Brian Edwards to the Texans for a second round pick. I can say personally that, I mean, the trade was just even. Brian Edwards is a second round player. Falcons they want to get a younger player out there, somebody who's different than Brian Edwards. Texas needed a receiver, so it helps out both teams. Falcons send linebacker Deion Jones and right guard Chris Lindstrom for Bills first round pick 15. And I can tell you this, the Falcons did not want to do this trade initially. It was hard to send Deion Jones and Chris Lindstrom to the Bills, but you know, the Falcons needed to get that 5th pick. You know, being number 26 in the draft, it's not good enough, especially for a team that's trying to build for the future. I can tell you right now, though, the Falcons are looking to draft an offensive player with that number 15 pick. So just for it to be leaked out there, Falcons are going offense first pick, and then who knows what's come later on in the draft for them. The Falcons also have a third trade that they did this season already, which was a 3rd round pick 26, Grady Jarrett, for running back Rachaad White and future 2nd round pick with the Buccaneers. So hold on, I don't know if that's right. It's either a current or a future round pick with the Buccaneers, but yes, Grady Jarrett, and it should be current. I believe it's a current 2nd round pick with the Bucks, but it's a 3rd round pick, 22nd pick, Grady Jarrett for a running back Rachaad White from the Buccaneers. So the pick, I believe, should be current, but we'll double check that here in a bit. But that's it, guys. I mean, it looks like a lot of teams are either going draft heavy or player heavy. Some teams are getting ready to win with superstars. Some teams are ready to hopefully go into the draft and get their superstars from the draft. But that's going to be my time, guys. Thank you for another segment of solar powered take around the league. So you already know we're going to have merchandise. And no, I'm playing with y'all. But all right, y'all have a good one, and thanks for listening.